Have you ever imagined getting fined for chewing gum, feeding pigeons, or even running out of fuel? Around the world, there are laws so unusual that many people think they must be fake. Yet these rules are completely real. In this video, we'll travel across different countries and discover some of the strangest laws ever created and the surprising reasons behind them. Law 1. Chewing gum in Singapore. Singapore is famous for being one of the cleanest countries on earth. During the 1990s, authorities faced a problem with people sticking chewing gum on train doors, sidewalks, and public property. To solve the issue, strict restrictions were introduced. Although the law seems strange to visitors, supporters say it helped keep the city remarkably clean and efficient. Law 2. Running out of fuel in Germany. Germany's Autobahn is known for its high-speed roads. Because stopping unexpectedly can be dangerous, drivers are expected to plan ahead. Running out of fuel may be viewed as avoidable negligence because it creates risks for other drivers. What sounds like a simple mistake can become a serious issue on one of the world's fastest highways. Law 3. Feeding pigeons. Feeding pigeons may seem like a harmless activity, especially for tourists visiting famous city squares. However, some cities have introduced restrictions because large pigeon populations can damage buildings, create sanitation problems, and increase cleaning costs. What looks like a simple act of kindness can sometimes become a legal issue when thousands of birds gather in one place. Law 4. Baby names can be rejected. In several countries, parents cannot choose absolutely any name for their children. Authorities may reject names that are considered offensive, confusing, or potentially harmful. The purpose is to protect children from future embarrassment and social difficulties. While some people see this as government interference, others believe it helps prevent problems later in life. Law 5. Collecting rainwater. Most people assume rainwater belongs to everyone. Surprisingly, some regions regulate how rainwater can be collected and stored. Governments argue that water resources must be carefully managed because rivers, reservoirs, and ecosystems depend on natural water flow. As strange as it sounds, collecting rainwater has sometimes become a legal matter in certain areas. Law 6. Quiet hours. In many European countries, quiet hours are taken very seriously. During specific times, especially late at night, residents are expected to avoid loud music, construction work, or excessive noise. Violating these rules can lead to complaints or fines. The goal is simple. Everyone deserves peace and quiet, especially when trying to rest or sleep. Law 7. High heels at historic sites. Some historical locations restrict high-heeled shoes. While this may sound unusual, there is a practical reason behind it. Thin heels can damage ancient floors, wooden surfaces, and archaeological structures that have survived for centuries. To preserve these important landmarks, visitors are sometimes required to wear footwear that causes less pressure on fragile surfaces. Law 8. Crossing the street incorrectly. In some countries, crossing a street outside a designated crosswalk can result in a fine. Authorities believe these laws improve safety and reduce accidents involving pedestrians. Tourists are often surprised to learn that crossing a road at the wrong place can be illegal. However, supporters argue that these regulations save lives and encourage safer behavior. Law 9. Using a phone while driving. Today, many countries impose strict penalties for using a phone while driving. Research has shown that even a brief distraction can significantly increase the risk of an accident. Looking at a screen for just a few seconds may prevent a driver from noticing a hazard ahead. What once seemed harmless is now recognized as a major safety concern worldwide. Law 10. Unnecessary honking. In some cities around the world, excessive use of a car horn can result in fines. Authorities consider unnecessary honking a form of noise pollution that affects residents and increases stress levels. While horns are important for safety, constant honking can make urban environments unpleasant. These laws aim to create quieter and more comfortable communities. Law 11. Protecting wildlife. Many countries have strict laws designed to protect wildlife. Tourists may be prohibited from feeding, touching, or approaching certain animals too closely. Human interaction can alter animal behavior and harm delicate ecosystems. Although these regulations sometimes seem restrictive, they help preserve species and ensure that wildlife remains protected for future generations. Law 12. Strange. Laws from the past. Throughout history, governments have created laws that reflected the concerns of their time. Some old regulations may seem ridiculous today, yet they were considered necessary when introduced. Changes in technology, culture, and society often make older laws appear strange. Studying these rules gives us a fascinating glimpse into how people lived in different eras. Law 13. Why strange laws exist. Most unusual laws were not created as jokes. They were introduced to solve specific problems related to safety, health, public order, or environmental protection. Without understanding the local context, many laws seem bizarre. However, once we learn the history behind them, they often become much easier to understand. Conclusion: the world is full of fascinating differences. What seems normal in one country may appear completely unusual in another. From chewing gum restrictions to unusual naming rules, these laws reveal how societies adapt to unique challenges. Which law surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories and facts from around the world.